I've been saying forever that I was going to get a tutorial up, and things have just been crazy, and I've been letting life get in the way, but I finally filmed one. My lighting is still off, but I filmed one. I hope you guys can see everything, and everything's explained. If you have any questions, please leave them down below for me, and any other looks you guys would like to see, please let me know, and I hope you guys enjoy. Please keep watching.
Hey guys, I'm going to start off by apologizing for my mess in the background. We are moving, so things are a mess right now. But to get started on this tutorial, I'm taking an e.l.f. shader brush and I'm taking the MiCA Beauty Eye Primer, and it's just like a beige color. And I'm going to take that all across my eyelids, and this is just going to prime my eyelids and get them ready for my eyeshadow. And it also helps you to keep your eyeshadow on for much longer, helps it stay all day. And I do have hooded eyelids, so it helps me to keep mine from creasing, and it just gives you a better overall shadow look. Next, we are going to get into the brows. I'm using the Bodiography brush and Bodiography trio that I got in my BoxyCharm last month. I'm using the middle shade here. It kind of has some red undertones in it, and I have a lot of red that's in my hair, so I like the way that it brings it out. I usually use the Anastasia Dip Brow in Taupe, but I've been liking how this is working, and I mean, it's not exactly natural, but I guess natural for filling in your brows as much as this is, so I like it. And what I'm doing here is just sweeping through in little short strokes, like hair-like motions, to just basically fill in the sparse areas and coat the hairs so that they all have the same coloring, but so that I'm not just pushing the color straight onto my face, so that it's swept on throughout. And then I take the spoolie to brush the product through so that it's all evenly distributed. The biggest thing that I like to remember with brows is that they are sisters and not twins. I hardly ever get my brows to look exactly identical, but I do generally try to just go with their own shape. Here I am breathing a sigh of relief because I'm finally done with my brows. Next, I am going to go in with it's like a concealer highlighter. It's by the brand Cella. And I'm going to take that underneath my eyebrow just to kind of highlight it and to clean up any harsh edges from the powder. And now I'm just going to blend that out so that it's not just a harsh line. I'm taking a MAC 217 brush and I'm going into the Tartelette palette. If you don't have this palette, you can take similar colors. This is Force of Nature. It's a light pink color. And I'm going to use this in my crease as my transition color. Your transition color just kind of gives you a basis for all your other colors, and it helps you for blending. You will make it a lot easier for all your other colors that go on top of it to blend if you have a nice light warm transition color underneath. Next, I'm going to go in with this one. It is Best Friend, and it's just a really light pink color. And I'm just going to take that on the outer edge of the eye and then sweep it slightly into the crease about halfway. Actually, that's Natural Beauty, not Best Friend. Sorry. Now I'm taking Best Friend and I'm going to put that on the outer corner and slightly into the crease, even a little less than you took it before, so only about a third of the way into the eye. And then you'll start to blend those colors up into your transition color. Now I'm going in with Free Spirit and I'm going to brush that across my brow bone for my highlight. And then I'm going to take my finger into Supermom and I'm just going to pat that across my lid. And I do this with my finger because I find with lighter colors it gives you a better pigmentation if you pat them on versus putting them on with a brush. Now I'm just taking that brush from before and just blending, blending, blending. You can even pick up a little bit more force of nature if you feel like your colors aren't blending enough. That's your transition color, just to make sure that you get a good blend. That's the one thing that I noticed that I was doing wrong before, that I learned from YouTube, was that I was not blending my eye makeup enough, and it makes all the difference in your eye looks. I'm going to go into this even darker shade called Bombshell now, and I'm going to put that into the outer corner to deepen up the eye look. And again, going back into force of nature, and I'm going to blend. And now that I'm happy with the eye look, I am going to start moving on to my face, and then we will come back to the eyes. I'm using the L'Oreal True Match in W4 and W5. I find that the mixture of the two gives me the color that I like, and it gives me a good match to the rest of my body. I just take it on my finger and I sweep it across my face with each of the colors evenly throughout my face and down my neck. And then I use this foundation brush by Sakura that I got, I believe that I ordered it. It was through a promotion that I found on Facebook. I got it for $4.95. I believe you just paid the shipping. But I actually really like it. It's a good brush. It blends really well. It's a good buffing brush. And one thing I do want to say with foundation, I never used to push it onto my ears. And that was something that I saw people doing, and I didn't think that it was that important, but it makes a difference when you blend the color onto your ears. Now that I'm satisfied with that, I'm going to move on to my under eye concealer. I use the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and this is in the shade NC15. I squirt a little bit on the back of my hand, and then I sweep it in triangles under my eyes. And the triangles versus the dots gives you, it not only covers your dark circles, but gives you a highlighted effect underneath the eyes. And to blend this out, I'm going to be using a beauty sponge. It's just a knockoff beauty blender that I ordered off of eBay. I believe I paid less than $1 for it. And then I just take what's left on the sponge and I run it down the center of my face to just highlight the center of my face. I'm taking this Maybelline Fit Me Powder in the number 120, and I'm going to use this to set my under eye concealer. I set my under eye concealer because if I don't, mine will crease throughout the day, and I find that when I set it with the powder, it lasts a lot longer. Please excuse my broken nail. The woes of moving. Next, I'm going to take my MAC powder in medium, and I'm going to set the rest of my face with just a large powder brush. I know, don't blow on your brushes, but hey, they're mine, right? Next, I'm going to take the Revealed 2 palette and a flat shader brush, and I'm going to take this as kind of like my bottom lash liner. I'm just going to run this right underneath my lashes. I didn't do such a great job of showing you guys how I was doing this. You'll see in a second I moved because I realized that. But it's just a bright purple color to give a little bit of a pop of color since the eye was like a darker smoky eye. This will give it a little bit of a pop and bring a little bit of color back to it. Now I'm going to take this really small shadow brush and I'm going to take this shimmery pink color and I'm going to run that on the inner corner of my eye just to brighten the inner corner. Next, I'm taking my Tarte Park Avenue Princess Bronzer. This is my favorite bronzer. I use it to bronze up my face and contour. Right now, I'm going to be bronzing up my face. Right now, I am shading my forehead. When you put bronzer on your temples and sweep it across the top of your forehead, it helps to bring in some shadow. I have quite a large forehead, so this kind of helps to make it seem like it's not so big. And then I'll also bring it down my chin and down my neck just to kind of bring some color back into my face. And then I will switch brushes to do my cheek contour with the same bronzer. I'm switching to this angled brush from Ulta, using the same bronzer, and I'm going to sweep that down my cheekbones, showing you here from the top of your ear down, make the fish face. I kind of like a stronger contour. Some people don't really like that, but you can change it up however you like it. I sometimes blend it in more, sometimes I leave it more harsh, just kind of depends on how I'm feeling that day. Next, we're going to take this Pandora blush in Pink Carnation. And I swear when it comes to blush, I do every blush technique there is. I pat it on, swirl, and brush straight back. I will do each one all in one because I feel like I really want my blush to be blended out but seen all at the same time, so I feel like I have to do every technique. I don't know. It seems to work for me. You can try it, see if it works for you, or stick with your method. Now we are on to one of my favorite parts, which is highlighter. This is the NYX Illuminator in Ritualistic, and I'm just taking a domed brush, and I'm going to sweep that across the very tops of my cheeks. That highlight though. And I'm also going to take it across the sides of my temples, middle of my forehead, and straight down my face. And I love to highlight the Cupid's bow. I generally sweat it off, but hey, at the beginning it always looks cute. Here I'm taking my Covergirl LashBlast mascara, and I'm just going to do a couple of coats. Normally I would do one coat and then put on false lashes, but it was really late and I really didn't feel like peeling them off right afterwards, so I just went with a little bit of mascara just to pull off the look, and I think it still looked pretty good. For lips, I'm going to take this e.l.f. matte lip cream in Tea Rose. I love these. They are matte, but they are also very soft. They're easy to apply. It's kind of just like sweeping a crayon across your lips, and they have great color range, and they're $3 a piece. They're an awesome lipstick to throw in your purse. You don't really have to reapply all that often, maybe just when you eat or if you're drinking a lot. And lastly, I'm going to take my NYX finishing spray. This is the matte version, and I'm just going to spray that a few times across my face, and that's just kind of like a hairspray for your makeup, and it'll help it stay on. And I'm going to fix myself a little bit and then show you guys the look. I just wanted to throw out there, I am not a makeup artist. I am not professionally trained. I am all YouTube taught. I just wanted to share what I was taught with everybody else and see what you guys liked. Hope you like it.